I see the tattoos and everything. If you can't see the tattoos, they don't count, I figure. Hey, hold a shirt up to a light. Can you see through it? Well, don't you think you can increase the quality of your vision enough that you should be able to see things like that? If you can see through a playing card, you should be able to see through cloth. Right? And you have to be selective and have a good strategy about which cloth you look through. Because I don't care what Virginia Sears says, there's some ugly people in this world. And there are some things I just don't want to see. And in Esalen, many of them were in the hot tub. It was pretty scary, to tell you the truth. Ready, Dee? Okay. Take a deep breath. Sit back. Go inside your mind. Just like you say, sometimes. Say, ah. I wonder what I can learn. I said inside your head. Inside your head. That's the other mind. The mind that goes into a trance deeply. Say that inside your head. Go. Shut up. And learn, because all the voices inside your head, all the ones that create all kinds of dread, there's nothing worse than the one that gets you to hesitate. The one that says, oh, no, you better not, you better wait. The one that looks across a room and sees somebody who looks like they'd be interesting. And you want to walk over and talk to them. And there it comes from the right side of your head and the left and the right voices telling you, oh, no, well, you better not. Oh, you look like a fool. Oh, you better. They'll just laugh at you. You'll be rejected. Making pictures of yourself being humiliated, you create such dread. Or else you feel shy inside because you don't stop and make a picture inside your mind of that person liking you. Now, sometimes you'll get there and they won't, and that means you don't want to be their friend because they don't treat you well. It's not that there's something wrong with you. It's that that person has a bad attitude. But you can't sort out the good people from the bad people unless you meet them. In fact, you'll end up typically being someone who lives with people who aren't nice to you. I know things about people, and this I've seen many times. But whether it's a business partner, whether it's a business deal, I don't care what it is, we all make decisions about who we go and meet. Now, I know I was the person that went and met many experts, went and met experts in sales, experts in hypnosis, expert chemists. I did it because I was a modeler? No. I did it because it was fun. One of the best things about being a human being is that there's so many people to learn from. Now, I want your conscious mind to begin to think back in time, because I know there were people in your past and ones that are going to be in your future that you know of, that you want to meet and you don't. You settle for less. And there's nothing that distresses me more than the fact that with so much more and more around, people are always willing to settle for less.
Oh, it's okay. Never mind.
Well, it's time you should learn to mind, because it means you're thinking. Now, if you stop and begin to make a list and images inside your mind of the people that you haven't met in your past that might have been a wild and exciting time. There were possible lovers. There were possible business deals. You probably walked away from millions and millions of dollars because when you looked at somebody that you didn't talk to, you didn't do a deal that could have changed the future of the world, could have changed your future for sure, but you didn't think inside your mind how many possibilities abound, how many possible things are there. So right now what we're going to do is to make a change in you. You're going to go deep inside your unconscious. You're going to let it drop down beyond your beliefs and put in something, because what you hesitate to do is not to meet them, but to think the things that would make you be so enthralled you couldn't help but it. Because if you meet them and you don't like them, you can always leave. Because believe me, in this world, one thing I can guarantee you is there's some people that you just don't want to know. There are people who are thieves, but if your eyes are open and your heart and your mind, and you look around and you realize, those of you who are wallflowers, those of you who are shy are very, very selfish, mean people. Because if you know how bad it feels to be lonely and left out, and you can look at somebody and leave them that way, you're heartless. But I don't think you intend to be heartless, because now it's time to take to heart something your unconscious has always known. I want you to go deep inside and look at all those people you didn't meet and realize the magnitude, because behind each of those faces, some of them is nothing, but behind many, many of them are worlds of worlds, a possibility, opportunity, chance to make money, a chance to close a sale, a chance to have a good friend, a chance to learn new things. So now it's time to sit all the way back and begin to just float down, really float down. Float down inside your mind. Feel yourself just let go and say to yourself, oh, I wonder if I want to keep doing that for the rest of my life. I don't think so. I want to be able to make it feel so good to know that from this day forward, when you look at them, you're going to be able to just walk over and just say hello and find out whether or not you want to stay or go. If you're selling things, you're calling people, or doing anything that initiates contacts with new human beings, it needs to be easy. And all you have to do is just let your unconscious now let you drop. Your conscious minds work so very hard to try to do things, to change this, to change that, but now it's time to just drop inside. Because somewhere inside you, and you're a neurologist, is this simple ability to close your eyes now, inside your mind. Another set of eyes that will shut your beliefs, suspend them temporarily, and just drop down, deeper and deeper still. Now, my friend, you may not always know it, but there are things you're learning now, things that will stay with you. Because as you let go of just a little of the tension here, a little of the tension there, and find comfort, your unconscious will start a process that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Now, just sit back inside, not that mind. Use the other mind, the mind that knows how to make changes in you. At one time, you couldn't even walk. At one time, you couldn't even talk. But you reached out with your senses and saw what other people did, and you learned to babble, and the babbling became language, and the language became meaning, and the images of the outside world, people got separated from things very quickly. Now, as you grew up and learned, some of you learned to hesitate and wait too much, and this and that. But it's time to change it, because I want you to go inside the unconscious level now. And say to yourself, ah, ah. And feel yourself flow down, down deeper. Just let go, drop, 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 drop. Let it go. Find the part of your body that feels the best. Feel the comfort and spread it in sensation to the rest. There are many feelings inside of you, things that you can use so that you can feel better, better, and better, and better in all kinds of ways. Feel gravity and straighten yourself up in some way, while the rest of you goes down, deeper, 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 deeper still, ready to let yourself learn how to put exhilaration where it ought to be. Now see one of those people that you could meet, and when you see them, I want inside your mind to say, whoa, boy! An opportunity. Hear voices from the right and left go, yeah, yeah. And something behind you go for it now. And then hear yourself go, because there's an opportunity to learn and do new things, an opportunity to feel comfort and make pictures in your mind of them liking you. Now, if it doesn't match, just say when you walk across a room and meet somebody, and they're an asshole. Well, I always say call an asshole an asshole. Well, some of us don't swear, so then call them a carrot. Or just say, excuse me, I thought you were someone else. But you did. Because you only want to meet the people that will excite you and fill your life with pleasure. The rest of them pass on by. There are so many out there, so many to try. So now look at another that you could possibly meet and repeat the same sounds inside your head. And do it. Hear the horns. Ooh, it's a chance to meet someone new. Ooh, I wonder what I can learn. I wonder what I can do. And if there's nothing, pass it by. But if there's an opportunity, it's time to let it fly and go for it. Go for it. And hear three voices inside your head go, ooh, ooh, yeah. And with each step that you take, you're no longer gonna hesitate. Just relax. Now take a little tingling from the tip of your toe. Feel it begin to tingle up your body, anywhere it wants to go. Let it tingle more. Tingle there. Think of times in your past when you did something that made you giggle, and it'll double that feeling there. Right. Something that made it so that your feet felt like they had to move. The tingling grows because if you look across at something new and you go, woo, there it is, it's a chance to go. You better get up and go for it. You better get up and go now. Woo-wee. Or as I always say, yee-haw. A little time in Texas is good for everybody. Now, if you can build inside you something that bubbles and boils over in all kinds of ways, then I want your unconscious to make sure that it's here to stay. It's time to grow Más Grandes Huevos, a big attitude, brass balls. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's something that instead of it coming from overcoming difficulty, see yourself doing this well and step inside it. And now your unconscious can find the neurology to solidify it. Because back of your mind you can hear the wiring beginning to come in. All kinds of places, all kinds of ways. You want to begin to weld it in, lock it in your mind. That's right.